Wrong she. Gore, what did I say? Oh! You're referencing back to my cat. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Context, I'm all over the place. Okay. Oh, it's okay, it's fine. So, yeah, let's take a look at this. Yeah, I was okay. Let's take a look at this, because I like to hear about these things because I am in this space, and I kind of like when someone does something bad or reprehensible in terms of like addressing community or any criticisms they have, I like to take note because seeing it from the outside in is different from seeing it the inside out. So I'm curious. I want to hear about this.
Hey, what's up, guys? Rep here. So today we have another round of VTuber-related drama featuring your boy Rev. Now, as always, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. Just like when a VTuber wants a seed about you, you farm them for YouTube content. Now, when it comes to videos like this, I'm actually pretty selective with who I choose to react to. It has to meet two criteria. Number one, their behavior has to be unhinged enough that even their own supporters start to side-eye them. And number two, you have to ask the question, will my reaction and the attention that comes with it actually boost their career in a tangible way? And if the answer is no, then I feel comfortable making the video. And here we are today with the latest drama going on here. So we have this VTuber named Wild Hearts, a she, her, they, them. I'm noticing a pattern with the people who constantly seethe about me. But this was their post they made about me. It's quite unhinged. It says, quite a lot of new followers, so I just gotta do something to filter it out a bit. Clear his throat. Rev says desu is a pathetic, lying, vomit tier, loser, dipshit, incel. And send tweet. And then proof.
And you just lost your audience. Cause guess what, numbnuts? Rev is highly respected in the VTuber community. It is a big fucking mistake going after Rev like this. Yeah, and Revan, yeah, he's fucking married. So, how fucking hard is it? Okay, chat, I need an answer to this question, and you may not be able to answer. How fucking hard is it if you don't agree with something that someone says? How fucking hard is it to just say, I disagree with that? How hard is that? Instead of jumping to this insanity. Then, yeah, Tarantu, I've said that. Using incel as an insult is meaningless. This is absolutely meaningless. A dragon, he said before, he just likes the model. He thinks it's cute and he likes it. That's it. That's literally the only reason why he has this model. He thinks it's cute and he likes it, so he chooses to use it. That's it. Yeah.
Proof of all this, I guess, is a screenshot of my most recent videos at the time of making this post, which what that's supposed to prove, I have no idea. All it shows is that tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of people enjoy my videos.
Yeah.
But anyways,
we're one of them.
Let's address the labels they have given me, right? They begin with pathetic. Now, speaking of pathetic, I can't think of anything more pathetic than taking an...
My minions, quickly please, try and find Wild Hearts on YouTube and find Wild Hearts on Twitch. Give me a view/subscriber comparison to Rev. Go now, my loyal minions. Seek this information for me.
An opportunity, a post where you're trying to promote yourself to your community, and instead of promoting your own content, you seethe about a random YouTuber who doesn't even know you exist until this post was something that I was tagged in. Like, that isn't just like...
So, Wild Hearts has 516 subs on YouTube. 516. And Rev is what? A couple 100,000 at this point? What about Twitch? Yeah, I wasn't gonna say anything, but yeah. 366 followers on Twitch. So 512 on YouTube, 366 on Twitch. Rev has got probably a couple 100,000 followers on YouTube. View counts like this. And Twitch subscribers, Rev has got to have thousands. I'm not sure how many Rev has, it's gonna be thousands. I wasn't going, and just under 12K total YouTube views. This was by this person's own tweet from 2 hours after the post. Wow. Okay. Someone's definitely trying to be punching up above their weight class.
Until this post was something that I was tagged in. Like, that isn't just like rent-free behavior. That is buck-broken behavior. And then you see lying, right? As always with labels like liar or grifter, all these things,
Create.
notice how they
Receipts,
don't
please.
actually articulate any points that would prove I'm lying. And also because they're showing these videos, I guess they're implying I'm lying in these videos. Like, if it's so easy to prove I'm lying, why wouldn't you actually explain in your tweet where I'm lying?
Exactly. If you want to make this statement, you'd better have some goddamn receipts to back it up. Lying, proof. Incel, fuckers married. You already lost. These are opinions. And not even good ones. Again, how hard is it to say I disagree with Rev on some of these things? If you really disagree with Rev, make your own fucking video about it, jackass.
In these videos. And then you have the next part, vomit to your loser. That's just a petty insult.
In
But
the
they end it
saddles
with
or something,
dipshit
Atanashi?
incel.
Yeah.
Up. Ding, ding, ding. Another day,
yeah.
I'm called an incel on the internet. Pretty much at this point, I am like the final boss of incels. I am the next breed of incels. The very elusive, married incel. Like,
incels.
are these people serious? Are they really that insane that they're going to call a married man an incel? This is the second time I've had a video like this week with a VTuber calling me an incel and being so confident about it. But again, this whole thing is just a big crash out here. This person's very upset with me, clearly. And before I responded, it was actually a very echo chamber type moment where they had about 500 likes in the few days since it was posted. And they had a few dozen comments. And it was pretty much a communal therapy session for a bunch of small VTubers who were seething about me in the replies. And my biggest mistake, and I should have known better, was not screenshotting all of these replies, because half of the VTubers who responded to this trying to dunk on me ended up quickly deleting their tweets the second I replied to this main thread here. But let's look at some of the VTubers and what they had to say in the replies. This person wasn't smart enough to delete the entire thread. They deleted their initial reply, but they left this one down here. This VTuber saying, 110%, I hope he rots in effing hell. Well, that's not very nice, not very wholesome, Chungus. This person said, have him blocked everywhere. As if blocking someone else is an accomplishment. And on top of this, this isn't an...
For fuck's sake, people on Twitter preemptively block everyone these days. Blocking someone on Twitter is not an own. At all. Okay? I went to go check out that... Remember we were watching... I forget what video it was. I forget, it was probably a Red video, and I went to go look at this person's Twitter, and I was blocked, and it was the first time I'd ever even looked at their Twitter. Blocking someone is not a fucking own. His wife is, Strawberry something. Chat, help me out, I can't remember her full handle. Oh, does she? Okay.
Airport, you don't have to announce your departure, just block someone and move on with your life. Here's another one, this VTuber saying, that's an insult to Vomit, to be honest. He's worse. And then the VTuber says, true, Vomit didn't deserve that. Yes, the wholesome Chungus people, the good guys, who always dehumanize you the second you disagree with them on anything. This is pretty much expected behavior at this point.
Rev is taking this, I know Rev is taking this as it should. This is a badge of honor for him. That he's got these freaking reading idiots on Twitter going after him. It means he's doing something right. This is having someone go after you like this is a badge of honor because it means that you're getting attention. It means that they are so fucking triggered and can't handle reality that they have to pointlessly lash out like this.
Here's another one that really just proves how unhinged people are, especially when you try to like press them as to why they don't like a certain content creator. And this one really sums it up. And I'm going to try my best to read this dribble that is this tweet. So it goes, the hunk, he made a video on me or something like that. A while ago. I might have him mixed up with someone, period, end sentence, new sentence, else, but both people suck either way. Did this person have a stroke writing this tweet? What is going on here? So this really proves, like I said, that a lot of people, they don't even know why they're mad at someone. This person is angry at me and they don't even remember why. Isn't that strange behavior? And honestly, this is the case pretty much any time.
Or they're bandwagon jumping. That's another factor. I don't know if Fred's going to bring this up. This also could be bandwagon jumping. Like, for whatever reason, the original poster, whatever the Wild Hearts or whatever the hell the name was, I forget, says something, and these people who maybe have a lesser following are jumping on the bandwagon to get attention. Exactly, Atanashi. That cannot be discounted, that they're trying to ride on the coattails, get seen in something like this, get publicity in something like this, and better themselves, which is what Rev was talking about in the beginning, where he was debating on responding if doing so would benefit them in any way, i.e. any press is good press. So I guarantee you these people doing these responses are doing this to try and garner attention so people will see them and go, oh, I should check them out. It can, Revan. Yes, it actually does. This kind of publicity can work because, again, there are 7 billion people on this planet. This kind of insanity is going to resonate with someone.
Time you press someone as to why they don't like a content creator, why they hate them so much, they can't even articulate the reason as to why, but they still label them as someone they don't like or someone who sucks, what have you. Very strange stuff. And kind of extending upon that, here's another very interesting set of paragraphs from this artist here, saying the grifter commentary channel bubble is going to burst. What a sentence. Sooner rather than later. And when it does, it's going to be so funny to revisit the channels of people that threw away their online reputation away for attention of reactionary, touch-starved dweebs. Projection. Just like a lot of projection we're going to see in today's video. But that first sentence.
Okay, first and foremost, I would classify Rev more as a quasi-news channel versus a reactionary channel. Like 99% of Rev's stuff that we see on YouTube, which is the majority of his content, is news. I wouldn't classify him as tabloid. That's not a bad word. He is like a news source. Tabloid is a bit, that's too trashy. But he is, he is like a news source. He's, takes news articles that have been put out, which is the same thing a regular journalist do. Regular journalists, basically react to other news stories that have already been put out by other journalists. That's kind of what he does. He is effectively kind of a journalist commentator. Yeah, he does do social and political commentary, but he's also like reporting on the news that people may not know about because of the location of the sources. So I wouldn't put him as a commentary channel. he, I suppose it could maybe fit. I just, the word doesn't feel like it fits to me. For whatever reason. Kind of, Mike, kind of. Although I don't know if he'd like to be called CNN. He's just, he's kind of like a journalist in a way.
Is really funny. The grifter commentary channel bubble is going to burst sooner rather than later. I got unfortunate news for this individual. Besides the fact they don't know what grifter means, people like me are not going anywhere because at this point, I talk about whatever I want, right? I talk about VTuber drama, I talk about anime, I talk about gaming, I talk about social media, I talk about random drama. Like, I can just talk about whatever I want. There's no bubble that's going to burst. I'm always going to have things to talk about because people just want to listen to whatever I have to say, my opinion, or just they want to check out an interesting.
Exactly. Kind of like my particular flavor of content is not going to be going away anytime soon. Because I talk about whatever the fuck I want. I might do gaming. I might do reaction stuff to news. I might do funny videos. I do whatever I want. And that's not going away. So, this person again is trying to create shit and ride on the coattails of the original poster to just try and get some eyeballs on them. Cause look at the ratio here. 6 likes, 1 comment that is theirs.
Interesting story or drama or what have you. So there's no bubble that's going to burst. And on top of that, destroy their online reputation. Please go outside if you're worried about your online reputation. But anyways, they say this also down here. The only reason why Rev doesn't have as many detractors as the likes of Asmongold or Boogie is because his niche comprises a very specific sector of the Twitter/anime/VTuber community, and nobody outside of it cares enough to bother calling him out. We all know that is false. I get called out by a million people who try all the time. In fact, this tweet we're all talking about here, this thread, is proof of that. It's literally someone is using my name to filter their own community. And you're trying to say I don't have detractors. The reason I don't have as many detractors as Asmongold or Boogie is because they have millions of subs. They're just bigger channels. And on top of that, I am...
Shinashi, I'm wondering if they even have an issue with Rev in the first place. Or because their channel and community is still somewhat small, if they're basically... if they did this as a means to basically hit the algorithm and get eyeballs on them. Because I am not ruling that out, that they were specifically rage baiting to get eyeballs on them and to get people to go, I should go check this person out. Are they really this unhinged?
No part of a VTuber community. First of all, I don't believe there's such a thing as the VTuber community. I focus on my own community. I don't want to be a part of a greater group of people because I want to basically be in a circle jerk and feel like I'm impressing other VTubers. I don't care.
Dio.
I'm just a person who uses a VTuber model and I make my own community, and that's all I want to focus on. But let's move on to another reply. Fun-sized Foxboy, and I regret clicking on your profile, by the way, says this behind a block, just like everyone else. Anyone who uses the term DEI unironically can have all their opinions discarded. So clearly...
Really? First of all, look at his handle. Forget the fun-sized Foxboy. That right there is inciting something.
Hi everyone. Ember P10 Rave just saw that Embers live and wanted to stop by quick while doing my first full-length stream. Wanted to at least say hi to everyone. Ember P10 Rave cheer 100.
Hi Poltergeist, I hope your stream is going well. Wait, what? Oh, stop it with the little Debbie shadow. A mouse, you're not wrong. People that usually say this are usually like the right-winger stuff. Well, actually, no. No, sorry, no, it's not. It's the opposite direction. I'm sorry, I don't know why the hell my brain went that direction. No, people that say this are actually very much left side because they fully believe that DEI is good. But yeah, forget about the fun-sized foxboy part, which right there brings up connotations of PDFness. Right there. Look at the @rainbow nuts. Let your rainbow flag fly, little fox.
They're referring to this video right here where I talked about how DEI impacted the California wildfires and how the Los Angeles Fire Department responded to that. I'm gonna clue this person in on what I was talking about in the video. Number one, I am talking about DEI. It is a DEI initiative that is labeled as such by the fire department in Los Angeles. So I'm not calling, it's not even like I'm using the term woke, where I'm labeling something the way I think it presents itself. I'm literally describing the label that they gave their program. It's a DEI initiative. So I don't understand what you're trying to prove. And again, I saw a lot of people trying to virtue signal about this video. For those who actually watch it, you understand my point here. Some people were saying, oh my God, Rev is blaming the fires on DEI, and he's saying it's the biggest reason that they failed in their response to contain these fires. That's not.
Those people obviously didn't watch the video. Like we did, because, chat, we watched the video. We know it wasn't only about the firefighter policies. So anybody that basically what these people did is they read the title and didn't watch the video. As most people do. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's people on my YouTube that were saying that.
Cheer 100. Honestly, Ember, I wouldn't classify you as reactionary. Your streams feel like an intelligent conversation because you include us. I actually have some mental stimulation in here.
Good, Dragon, that's kind of my whole point, is why I stream, is to check out the videos and engage with you guys. That's why I stream in the first place.
Not at all what I said in the video. Literally what I said in the video is that DEI was a contributing factor to the issues responding to this wildfire. The fire chief there complained about not having enough in their budget to combat fires, and yet they reallocated their dwindling resources, 1 to 2 million of which, to DEI initiatives. And on top of that, they proudly exclaimed that some of their firefighters, their DEI hires, can't even perform basic functions of the job. I said, all that together, if we got rid of that DEI budget and had better trained firefighters, the response might have been just a tiny bit better. And if it was just
That's exactly
tiny bit
what
better,
he said.
Guess what that means? Lives would have been saved and additional homes would have been saved. And if you have an issue with me pointing that,
yeah, he was saying exactly what you said, and he then went on to point out how the infrastructure failed as well, with the reservoirs being dry, and thus the fire department didn't have water to fight the fucking fires with. It was a multifaceted story that pointed out a variety of factors that included the fire department and how their DEI policies hindered them because of monetary reasons, and the fact that they have an entire fucking position that is being paid $400,000 fucking dollars that should not even exist as a factor in the overall issue. But again, people on Twitter cannot be bothered to actually watch the video in question. They basically just read the headline and say that must be what the entire video is about, so I'm going to vehemently disagree with it and call Rev an istophobia. Because modern audience.
And out, you're psychotic. If you think DEI is more important than people's lives, my God, there's literally no saving you at this
Mike.
point.
It was multiple.
But let's move on. Here's another one where this individual says, I see no problem with you disliking him, but how is he an incel if he's married? And Wildheart says, 'cause I said so.
So we're going with the 5-year-old defense. Wildheart, the she, her, they, them, has the fucking mentality of a 5-year-old. Remember when... Well, Hertz, remember when you said anyone who uses DEI unironically, you don't have to care about a thing they say? Yeah, guess what? You played yourself.
You're going to see a lot of narcissism where basically, if they don't get their way, they just say, nope, I'm right, you're wrong. Here's another person replying to that same comment, another VTuber, saying this. Many incels are married. Their wives are their number one victim.
Cite your goddamn source, pecan, or shut the fuck up. Where in the fuck are you getting this brain rot from? By definition, someone that is married is typically not involuntarily celibate. My guess is this self-proclaimed lust devil, who apparently is a cat girl, if I'm gauging by the profile picture, does not even know what incel means. I guarantee you, she has no fucking clue what incel even means.
I don't
Oh
think
God.
these people have ever read the definition of incel and just say it to fit in cheer 155.
Dueling TTSs once again. But yeah, Revan, you're right. You're right. People, so many people are just glomming onto incel as being an insult, and they don't actually know what it means. Because they're too fucking lazy to actually investigate it. And as far as the Pangea one, yeah, when you're throwing in the pronouns like that, it's usually a good indicator of what you can expect. Because normal functioning people have no need to put pronouns into their profiles, because that shit's not their top priority.
Victim. First of all, back the
Yeah,
hell up.
I know, Atanasi.
Are you trying to imply my wife is a victim? That is some of the most delusional, deranged stuff I've ever heard. You know, it's always the people trying to...
Sorry, Rev, I'm pausing you a lot. It's also slanderous. This person is claiming that Rev's wife is a victim of Rev. That is outright slanderous. Okay? So, Peacock can kindly go fuck herself. And that's all I gotta say about that.
To speak out against incels and all these dangerous, awful men who are the most belittling towards other women. They see other women in a way that they don't like, and they immediately say the most unhinged stuff about them. This is gross. This is a gross thing to imply. And on top of that, it's just stupid. You're implying that incels are married? Do you not understand what you're saying is a complete contradiction? And they would go further in a deleted reply. I don't know what they were replying to, but clearly it was on this subject, saying being married and believing you cannot attract a woman are two different things. It's called insecurities. People will still be insecure and act incel-like, even in relationships.
What? Fucking what? Wait. Ow. Ow, my brain. Okay, that hurt. That hurt trying to translate that into people speak. What the fuck? So, being married. So, according to Peacock, if I'm reading this absolute brain-rotted gobbledygook correctly, an incel means that you don't think you can attract a woman. That apparently, according to Pecan, is what she believes an incel is. Someone that does not think they can attract a woman. That's not a thing. Pecan, if you're watching, you're probably not, but if you are, incel means involuntarily celibate. It means you ain't getting none, no matter how much you
This
try.
is why social media is a blight. It gives people with no brains a voice.
Yeah. You can be insecure about attracting someone of the opposite sex and not be an incel. Even some of the biggest players around can feel insecure at times. Absolutely. You don't know what incel means, Peacock. Just admit that. Just fucking admit it. Leo, it's literally celibate. That's literally celibate. Okay, Falcon, no. No, I know you're laughing about it, but no, you are not. You are in a completely different scenario. Do not even joke about putting yourself into that category. You are in a completely different situation. I know you're making a joke of it, but no, don't even joke about that. No. And of course, she's continuing on. That's how we get creeps who are married trying hard to go after young people to feel attractive. Again, not incels. They're just fucking creeps. These are guys that just like dumping the old broad to go for the younger model, which has been done for fucking decades. And they're still not goddamn incels.
Being an incel is almost a statistical impossibility. Very, very small percentage of people can actually be an incel. It's just a numbers game and your own standards. Cheer
Yeah.
100.
Like, okay, let's flip this on its head. And Falcon, let's flip this on its head then. Falcon, you are indeed incel. And I will explain.
We need Princess Bride sound. The words they use don't mean what they think they do.
Yeah, no
Cheer
kidding.
100.
Falcon, let's go with this, bro. You are incel. You are a quote unquote incel because you have a medical condition that prevents you from being able to pursue relationships. So yes, you are involuntarily celibate due to medical conditions that prevent you from doing so. Not because of your personality or psychological issues or anything like that. You have a literal medical, physical consideration there. Yeah, like Iron Mouse. That is literally preventing you from seeking relationships. So yes, in a very literal term, you could be construed as that. However, the word has been absolutely bastardized for years now. And it basically no longer has any meaning. It is functionally meaningless to just be generic insult to men number 5671. That's it. That's what it has become. And once again, becoming meaningless.
My brain is melting.
Wait. I need something for my soup.
And that's how we got creeps who are married trying hard to go after young people to feel attractive. Yeah, this is so convoluted and so specific. I'm starting to think this is just projection at this point, and you need to figure this out for yourself. But anyways, you can see right here the tides
Yes,
are turning
Wolf.
a bit. This was after I replied here. You can see this user ratioing the VTuber where he says he's an incel, and this person says you're a Nazi. Because I guess if you say
nice.
it must be
Fucking nice. Okay, Lord Draco on the list? Lovely. If I was actually on Twitter frequent... By the way, notice the ratio. It's hard to see. Let's see. Please learn the definition of things before using them. Incel is an abbreviation for involuntarily celibate. He's married and they plan on having kids in the future, so definitely not celibate. 1,000 likes. He's an incel. 6 likes. You're a Nazi. 348 likes. Wild Hearts? This isn't gonna go the way you hoped it would go.
Be true according to this VTuber's logic. So yeah, this would be the last thing they posted before I responded, where they said, literally didn't lose a single follower from this. Y'all passed the vibe check.
They've lost around 100 or so followers. So the lie detector test determined that was a fucking lie. Congratulations, you played yourself.
You're gonna regret those words, unfortunately. But I would finally respond with this quote saying, be an EN VTuber, want to impress new followers instead of promoting your own content, makes a post seething at incel Rev says desu. Absolutely buck-broken behavior. Now, this got a lot of attention, and you can see the time I posted this, 6:16 p.m. last night. And that time is important because shortly after, they would do the most predictable move ever, and only 4 minutes later at 6:20, make this subtweet clearly targeting me and my community, saying, oh no.
Cheer 100. I am not an incel. I am just an asshole with a sense of humor so dark it absorbs light.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh yeah. Yeah, this was yesterday. And I offended a bunch of PDFs. Again, slanderous as fuck. Wait, this is outright fucking slanderous. This guy is the poster child for the Mike Tyson meme. Okay? TTS didn't play. What? What do you mean your TTS didn't play, Kanito? Whoa, fucking whoa. What do you mean your TTS didn't play? Hang on. If your TTS didn't play, I will try and refund your bits right now. Oh, is there a cooldown? Yeah, it's pending. Yeah, I've got like a 5-minute cooldown, so it'll probably play after, because I don't want people spamming I don't want people spamming Tangia too much. Okay, yeah, it'll play. Don't worry. Okay, whew, that scared me.
No, I offended a bunch of predators. Again, the typical victim mentality, right? They make a call-out post, they get a response from the person they're targeting, and all of a sudden now they want to play the victim and also try to water down terms like this and slander people. And this was, I guess, a part of their little game here. They try to do a little gotcha where they would then make a tweet here saying, I made a post saying I've offended a bunch of predators, and the first thought he had was, that's about me. What a dipshit. Yeah, dude, you're trying to slander me and my community, and it's very obvious based on the timing of your post that is exactly what you're trying to do.
And I'm sorry, Elon? I know you love free speech and all, but maybe think about cracking down on these people on Twitter that are calling people fucking PDFs with no evidence and slandering them. Because this is how people can lose their channels. Like, is this not how fucking Taiga lost a lot of his channels? Because someone made a comment. I forget if it was on Twitter or something like that. There it is.
Called incel by degenerates whose brain is permanently stuck in low power mode. I've been with my GF 5 years now.
Yeah, exactly, Kanito. Exactly. They don't actually know what it means. But calling someone a PDF on Twitter has real world consequences. That's how Taiga lost all of his shit, because someone made a comment. I forget on which platform it was, about Taiga being a PDF, and he lost his YouTube, he lost his Twitter. He still had Twitch, but he had no means of promoting his Twitch because he lost the Twitter and the YouTube that was used to promote the Twitch because someone made a comment saying that he was a PDF and people just ran with it with no evidence. So that's how people, I believe he did, Atanashi. I do believe he did get the channel back, but the damage was done. So, like, Elon, maybe start cracking down on people making all these fucking false allegations about people being predators, because that's actually having real world consequences on people.
And then, of course, you deleted it as well, which is really embarrassing. But yeah, it's not the gotcha you expected because people can actually read the context here and understand what you were trying to pull. On top of that, I saw this, which was really funny. This person said, real question is, why haven't you blocked that toxic piece of stuff already? Well, that's an interesting question.
I know, Leo.
The answer is very obvious. Attention. They want attention. Unfortunately, the attention they're getting is not anything
it's a
that will
complete
translate
attention
into actual support for their content. That's why people like me feel comfortable responding to desperate pleas for attention like this. And then, we're talking about toxicity, this user. I looked at their account for 2 seconds and they said this. Someone should tell Trump that lit sticks of dynamite game end COVID so he can promote it to all of his followers. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be...
This is why I tell people in chat, we do not promote unaliving anybody. This is why I like looking at these from the outside in. Do you see how insane this sounds? Okay? That's why when, people in chat in the heat of the moment will make a comment about, unaliving anybody, and I say, no, we don't do that here. We do not have that kind of thing here, because you can see how crazy it sounds when someone says that. And I understand that in the heat of a moment, you're angry and it comes out. I understand that. That's why I don't make that sudden jump to, oh, you said that bad. No. And yeah, it beats that. It's like I said, I understand when you're passionate about something, when you're angry about something, you say it because you just need to say something. And you just feel frustrated. And that's why, I'll say, no, we don't do that here. But I don't go beyond that. I don't immediately jump to, that's a timeout, that's a bad, nothing like that. Because I understand in the heat of anger like that, you just need to vent. I understand and appreciate that. But this is why I call it out and say, no, we don't say that here. Because you can see how nuts it is to say something like that in a public space.
Tweeting that anymore in about a week. Things are probably going to start changing when the Trump administration gets in. I don't think they're going to overlook tweets like this anymore. So maybe you got a little time to delete this, but yeah, I'd be careful with tweets like this because
I don't think they're
going to
go after people
I would
tweet
say
like this.
Even maybe toxic. Yeah, takes one to know one, I guess. But here's proof again that they deleted that tweet, trying to bait a response as they believed. You can see they deleted it after it didn't work, and then when that didn't work, only minutes.
Wait. Instead of actually VTubing, this guy is just malding about Rev. What made you think that was about him, huh? I wonder. Dude, stop projecting. You're telling on yourself so badly here.
As they believed. You can see they deleted it after it didn't work. And then when that didn't work, only minutes later at 6:22, they decided to post this under my tweet saying, at least I'm not a predator. Obviously slander. You can see a proposed community note trying to dispute that because obviously it's a made up claim here. And this person just again looking like an unhinged psychopath. And we also had this interaction here down in the replies. Of course, these people can make call out posts, right? They can slander you, say all these terrible things, but when you respond, you get called hella grumpy. Go have a nice tall glass of chocolate milk.
Okay, is this person 12? the fuck says hella grumpy? That is not 12 years old. Phew! Seriously, what? Dude, this guy is telling on himself so much. And with how many times they've said the PDF, they've given the PDF tag? Makes you wonder. And what is this? Briggs probably gonna call this out. What in the fuck is... Does this person think that they're being catty? I swear to God, okay, I do not know if Wild Hearts is either biologically female or transgender, and it honestly doesn't matter. This feels like someone pretending to be female and pulling out an ungodly tired trope of you're jealous that I'm prettier than you. This trope was tired back in the fucking early aughts. Okay? This is absolute insanity.
And then I respond saying, says the Cloud Goblin, seething over a stranger's existence. You post more poorly framed selfies than VTuber content. Good luck on your journey. And they say, you're just jealous that I'm prettier than you. That's hardly relevant.
So's your statement.
That's hardly relevant as you talk about how pretty you are. We're not talking about VTuber models here. We're talking about real life, I guess. Not my thing. I'm not trying to be pretty. I'm just trying to be a guy. You can do whatever you want, but that's not my goal. So I don't know why you think this is some kind of an own and the narcissism is just coming.
What? I'll just point this out. You're jealous that I'm pretty. That's hardly relevant. Wild Hearts, your statement is not relevant. The statement of you're jealous that I'm prettier than you is not relevant. What the fuck is wrong with you? Insert the Michael Jordan stop. Get help meme here.
Through, I mean, look at this. 2,300 views, 2 likes. Nah, that one didn't go over too well. Okay, so here's another response here. This person said, I was never a follower and never will be. The guy is cool and says it how it is. Well, thank you, John. And then Wild Hearts replies saying, you're a loser. Okay, I think we should take a little easy with the loser comments when you literally have a gooning schedule. Like, come on, dude. Like, I think we're all weird here. Like, you don't have to throw around the term loser.
Wait. Profile pronouns of she and they feature a model of a femboy. Oh, sorry, chat. I think I just had a stroke. What the fuck? Stop. Get help.
Are people who are just making an honest opinion. And then, of course, speaking of schedules, they decided to capitalize on this moment, doing the most predictable clout-chasing response, and that is to make a stream about the situation and trying to be all wholesome chungus about it as if they haven't been fuming on Twitter and being toxic for the last couple of hours. And just know that they literally dusted off their Twitch profile to make this stream. It had been months since their last stream. They literally dusted off their channel just for me and to try to capitalize on this moment.
Oh, so they're not actually a VTuber. They're a VTweeter. That's who this... Okay, this is becoming clear now. They're not actually a VTuber. That makes sense. They're a VTweeter. Now it all is making sense. 'Cause yeah, VTweeters are not known to be the most sane people. Yeah, I should have kicked this one in. I forgot I had the toggle. I should just leave this on for the rest of the fucking video. But now it actually all makes sense now. That this person is a V-tweeter, not a VTuber.
Moment. And as you might predict, it was just a group of people laughing at them for being so unhinged. In fact, I'm just going to show you one clip. This pretty much sums up everything you need to know about this person and what they consider to be content. Let's give it a listen, guys.
You'll never find an audience, and I farm you for content. Just explain why I'm an incel. First of all, to respond to that literally, I don't think you being married necessarily disproves the fact that you're an incel. I feel like you could be married and still be sexless and celibate.
It is male, Ravel.
It's so quiet you can hear my computer hissing, okay? Like, this is crazy. Like, the amount of...
Yeah, Big Dog, I can't make it any louder. They literally were talking that quiet. This is like a femboy with a very soft voice that they cannot project. Does that answer your question, Falcon? Yeah, I'll play it back again because I know you guys couldn't hear it. I will try and crank the volume a little bit more. They have such a soft voice, you can't hear them.
It's so...
Okay.
Listen, guys.
You'll never find an audience, and I farm you for content. Just explain why I'm an incel. First of all, to respond to that literally, I don't think you being married necessarily disproves the fact that you're an incel. I feel like you could be married and still be sexless and celibate.
I hope you can hear.
It's so quiet you can hear my computer hissing, okay? Like, this is crazy.
Yeah,
like,
Eric.
The amount of cope that these people have, they literally are so dependent on using the phrase incel that they'll literally say a married man is an incel, probably still an incel. And all
Exactly, Atanashi. That's exactly it. They're like, I'm gonna be great. I'm gonna go on stream and I'm gonna have people there that will stand for me, and I can just bask in my echo chamber and let everyone just lavish praise on me. And the instant someone called him out and said, how am I an incel? All of a sudden it's like, oh shit, I actually have to come up with a legitimate reason. Fuck. Yeah. Congratulations. You played yourself. Go back to hiding on Twitter. This ain't playing. Oh, no, Rebel, I think that he's using a proper microphone. I think that he literally has a soft voice. And when he got called out, he did that thing that people do when they get called out on something and they can't back it up. They don't have the receipts. They can't back up what they said because they know that what they're saying is bullshit. And so they did that thing where they're suddenly huddling into themselves and like, well, I know it's true, but I know it's true because this can sometimes be what's in the case, and they don't believe what they're saying, and they get
How
really
can I
quiet.
be an incel? I had sex with your mother last night.
Holy shit, Kanito, that sounded so good coming out of Darth Vader. Oh, that was good. Holy fuck. That coming from Vader was perfect. I don't think you could have chosen a better TTS voice than that, Kanito. Bravo, gamer. Bravo.
Also, again, what is with these people and making weird-ass comments about me and my wife? Like, including her on this stuff, and my wife would make a response, and in her response, she would say, not only is it just like Crazy to hear
here we
such
go.
rude things being directed
Darling
and all the
Strawberry.
name calling
You're
that they were doing on the
Strawberry
stream,
Darling.
but also
That's her
saying
name.
to her face, because it was her question of why I'm still an incel, and then he says basically, even if I'm married to her, this Wild Hearts person doubts we have relations. What an insane thing to say.
Alright, let me read Strawberry Darling's Darling Strawberry's tweet. I went to this person's stream and genuinely tried to understand where their brain was at when making this post. I try really hard to believe that people might not be as awful as they seem. And yet every day I see that this world is an evil place filled with awful things. They were rude, told me that they were allowed to be rude, and set the tone for their streams however they wanted. Called Rev a million disgusting things to my face and proceeded to say that they didn't know I existed and was sure that they wouldn't like my comment either. Told me even if Rev is married to me, they doubt we have sex. Who says that to someone? You won't get very far as a VTuber if your first thought is to just make hate threads about other creators you don't like. You can just block them. It isn't hard. I'm so sick and tired of sitting back and allowing people to say such. And she goes on.
To a complete stranger. Why do these people think their behavior is any bit normal? It's completely unhinged, and honestly, it just tells a lot about who they are.
After recording, I revisited the VOD and discovered this additional clip that is quite disgusting. Oh boy, here we go.
Have fun supporting a bully. Who's being a bully? I'm sorry, weren't we all advocates for free speech? Are you telling me I can't voice my opinion? Is this cancel culture going on right now? I can't say that Rev's content sucks donkey dick. I can't voice my opinion that I would never beat Rev at a cocksucking contest? Is that what we're saying?
Wait. I'm sorry, fucking what? Are you fucking kidding me? I'm playing this again, and I'm cranking the volume up in case you guys didn't hear.
I would never beat Rev at a cocksucking contest? Is that what we're saying? I'm not allowed to say that I agree that Rev would probably suck better dick than me. Is that what we're saying?
Fucking what? Dude, get off the platform. Get off the fucking platform. Okay? No. Just fucking no. And you know what's gonna happen? This is what's gonna happen. They're streaming? They're going to get absolutely fucking lambasted by both their Twitch channel and on Twitter, and then they're going to go hide. They are going to go hide after this. Holy fuck. Yeah, no, guys, don't go after them. Don't. For one, it's not worth it, okay? This would be like a fucking troll going after an infant. Don't go after Wild Hearts. It is 100% not worth it, and I'm telling you right now, don't do it. They're doing more damage to themselves than anything we might even attempt to do. But this community is not about going after people online. That's not what we do. And if I catch any of you guys doing it, I will spank you, and not in the fun way. Be aware of that. There's a reason why this community is such a great community. I might be horny and squirming right now, but I'm gonna notice when someone from my chat drops 4,000 biddies on me.
Not worth losing the community brain cell cheer 1000.
Thank you, Shadow. You can be critical of them, yes. But you are not ganging up on Wild Hearts on any platform. Don't do it. That's not what this community is about. Okay? I did not create this community as an attack force for anybody online. Okay? This community is about cherishing those that are part of it, reacting to funny stuff.
Cheer 100 Ember, please, don't threaten us with a good time.
That's why I said not in a fun way, Dragon. Okay, our community is about loving one another, reacting to a variety of videos that are both fun and rage-inducing, and supporting one another. It is not about attacking anyone. That's why I say we don't talk about unaliving anybody. So no one go after Wild Hearts. They're gonna tank themselves. Okay? They're already at the point of stop it, they're already dead. So, leave them be. If you want to watch them, like, destroy themselves, observe
Cheer
them,
100
sure.
still a good time, I said what I said. And I am playing.
I know you are, Dragon. Like, if you just want to watch them tank themselves, that's fine. Observing is fine. Don't go after them. Okay? I'm telling you that right now, and I'm actually very serious about that. Do not go after them.
Saying, damn. And I think here we are censoring my own stream, and I thought we were all advocates for free speech.
But then I see this interaction, which furthers the insanity here, where this user says, it's fine to filter your following. What isn't fine is spewing unprovoked hatred towards another creator like this. You don't have to like everyone, but this is wildly unprofessional and just mean.
Correct.
Announcing you're streaming for the first time in months, right after this is also looking like clout chasing. And they respond saying, he makes countless videos attacking small creators for the mildest of criticisms.
What?
Or even if they aren't criticizing him or talking about him at all, cultivating an audience of misogynistic, homophobic, transphobic bigots. I stand by.
And everything you said is wrong. I mean, what did I... Chat, this is all adding up. The pronouns in the bio, the very liberal use of every istophobic word. I'm sorry. This is why I said leave them alone. They're tanking themselves. Wild Hearts is taking himself right now. Throwing out every buzzword that is absolutely meaningless. Just sit back and watch the Hindenburg burn.
By everything I said in this tweet. Again, no proof of anything they're saying. On top of that, they say criticizing someone for the mildest of criticisms. What you're doing is not criticism. You're not giving me criticism. You're just insulting and slandering me. That's what pretty much every quote-unquote criticism of me looks like. And again, too, I don't buy the attacking a small creator. You made an entire thread calling me out and saying disparaging things about me. I'm not allowed to respond to that. I will never support that logic that just because you're a small creator, you have no consequences of your actions. No one bigger than you can talk about you. That's coward stuff.
Like, motherfucker punched above his weight class and is whining that he caught a beatdown. That's what happened here. This guy saw Deadpool and Wolverine, heard the Gambit line, "Oh, I'm about to make a name for myself here," and took that to heart and said, I'm gonna go after Rev. I'm gonna punch way the fuck above my weight class, and I'm gonna be hailed as a hero. And it didn't work. And now he's crying about it.
But this individual replies saying, I disagree. I have never seen Rev encourage that type of behavior in his audience. You don't have to like him. That's totally fine, and in your right. But the way you approached it was wrong. That aside, what would be the reason for being nasty to his wife on stream? And they would reply with this visibility limited response saying,
Uh-huh.
then you're being deliberately ignorant. Just go onto his YouTube page. That's 100% his content. All you'd have to do is look at the comments of my post and see his fans calling me a dumb T-word, telling me to game in myself and trying but failing to misgender me. Again, no proof of anything, just playing the victim.
Okay, and I'm sorry, but are you holding Rev accountable for what people say on his YouTube page? Because guess what? People that comment on YouTube videos are not expressly fans. I have people commenting on my YouTube videos that are most assuredly not fans. I've got on one of my latest, on the latest fan electrician video I put out, somebody went fucking apeshit telling me to shut up because I was reacting during a gasp reaction video. This is not Rev that was saying this shit. This is fucking randos on YouTube. Rev cannot control what people say on his videos. He gets thousands of comments on his videos. You think he's gonna go through and try to delete every single one of them? No! This guy is just a girl. I don't even know. Okay, I'll say girl. The Twitter profile says she, so I'll say girl. This girl is having a shit fit about stuff that Red is not even saying. So this is desperation. She's taking what other people say.
I'm making an entire video about the hate comments I get on my videos.
Hi, Canito, I don't know how you did it, but goddamn, did Omni-Man sound very, lispy in that one. I don't know how you did it, but he actually sounded lispy and high-pitched in that one. Bravo! You nailed it.
And also now going, well, I can't prove anything Rev's saying, but I can prove what his community's saying, which of course they don't prove it. But on top of that,
Effeminate. Thank you,
I'm
Spree.
brutally
I'm
honest here,
struggling
like
for a word.
misgendering you. You go by she, her, they, them pronouns, and also refer to yourself as a boy in your other replies to your tweets.
Oh,
I don't think it's possible to misgender.
oh, I didn't know about that part. So he was accurate. So me calling him he is accurate because he doesn't know what he is. Yeah, so Wild Hearts doesn't even know what he is. He's everything in the book. Fucking hell.
Gender you in this situation. But on top of that, I'll be totally honest with you, I don't care about your gender at all. The reason I'm replying to any of this is because you're a moron. Not because of your gender. I could care less. I don't mean that in some PC way. I just don't care. It's about the content of what you're saying. That's what I care about. And of course, they make these replies and then immediately try to do this, right? The complete deflection,
fuck's sake.
Being toxic for hours and hours and hours, and then they come out with the trans rights or human rights post. If you don't agree with that, we're never going to get along. Those are my...
Not once were trans rights or anything transgender related brought up. Now, I am questioning whether or not this was in relation to the thing with Rev. That I'm not sure of, because you see this down here, Tony Soprano person saying women rights are human rights. If you don't agree with that, we're never going to get along. I'm wondering if it's in response to that. So this may or may not be in reference to Rev's stuff. This may be completely unrelated.
My final thoughts on this topic. Again, you're trying to make this about transphobia or something when it has nothing to do with anything. I'm just responding to your public post about me. I don't care about your gender or what you support in terms of that. Just crazy reach
J10,
for
they
positivity
don't even know what they are.
Stage of the meltdown, and then they would make one more tweet saying, you can always tell what someone actually thinks of their own community whenever they resort to bragging about how many followers or subs they have compared to someone else. That's all you are to them. A number, a meaningless number that they can use in an insult. That's it. Projection, once again. Also, by the way, in the stream, I was in the chat saying some things. I basically said something along the lines of, there's a reason why channels like mine are more successful than channels like yours, because you don't focus on making actual content. Instead, you focus on virtue signaling on Twitter, and you don't really care about making content. That is a very plain thing to say. And if that upset you, well, that's your problem. But if you want to talk about, resorting to bragging about followers and things like that, as pointed out by this user in the replies, you literally did that like 2 days ago by saying you didn't lose a single follower from making your call out post about me. This whole thing
Which was
is an
a lie.
absolute mess. Again, in case these people are just not initiated, this is the content cycle, okay? If you really don't like me, then you should probably just stop talking about me, because here's what happens. You make a seething call out post, I make fun of you, farm you for content on YouTube, and you get what? Nothing. You get attention, but it doesn't correlate into your actual content because you're not a drama tuber. You're trying to be a VTuber, and you're growing or trying to grow by...
No. Red, I'm sorry. I've got to correct this. They're not a VTuber. They're a VTweeter. I'm guessing they tried to make a go of it as a VTuber. It failed. So they resorted to VTweeting. And because of this dust up with Rev, they thought, maybe I can use this to start get with the back and forth and everything about Rev. I'm getting what he thought was a lot of engagement. And said, I'm going to use this. I'm going to fire up the Twitch again. And try and get people to come into my stream and try and make my stream popular again. And my guess is that failed. And so what's going to happen? Wild Hearts is going to shelve the Twitch account again and go back to being a VTweeter. That is likely what is going to happen. He may try to do 1 or 2 more streams to see, now that Red has actually posted the video, probably going to fire up another Twitch stream to try and capitalize on it. People are going to dogpile him, and he's not going to get the content he wants.
I started blasting. Bang!
And then the Twitch handle is going to be shelved, and he'll go back to being VTweeter. Well, Atanashi, it's like the saying is, I don't know how true or not this is, if you can't be a VTuber, you're a VTweeter. It's kind of like that whole thing of if you can't do teach. I've heard that's why people want to be a VTweeter, because they can't make it as a VTuber. I have no idea if there's any validity to that or not.
Starting beef with other creators. It's not going to do anything for you. The only person who's winning in this scenario is me. And all these posts and call-out posts, all they do is drive more engagement towards my videos and my content. And honestly, I hope you guys never stop. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Oh, goodness. Well, that went on a bit longer than I thought it did. Didn't it? But it was worth it. It was worth it. We definitely got to it was an interesting thing to watch. For sure. I'm glad I watched it. I'm glad I got that insight. But yeah, I went a bit long with it.